Sports Bet Show, and today we've got a fun slate in front of you guys. We have 14 MLB games, we have 3 NBA playoff games, and we have a Game 7 in the NHL that we are going to be finishing it off with. So before we get into the video, before we get into the slate, let's go over the recap and be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Yesterday for baseball, I went 2-1-1. We hit on the Cubs run line, and we hit on the Toronto and New York Yankees game 1 under 7. We did not. We lost on the Washington Nationals money line. Pushed on the Cleveland and Detroit under 7 with a 2-out double in the 9th inning. And the only other play that we had was the Arizona Diamondbacks first 5 -1/2 at +130, which was voided when they switched pitchers. So 2-1-1 with 1 cancellation for me. So I am 132 and 121, around 52%, up 29.25 units so far this season. Tim, how did baseball go for you yesterday?
I'm trying to remember. I know for video plays, I think I went 2-1. I don't remember if I added anything else. No, 1-2. Sorry, I went 1-2 with a win from the Cubs money line, losses from the Marlins and the Padres.
You also had the under 7.5 in Tampa Bay and Kansas City.
I did. Did that one cash? No, okay. So 1-3. Just wasn't overall a good day. So hopefully can turn around. Basketball helped me out a little bit, but another one of those meh days again.
And then for hockey, we went 1-1. Cashed on the Carolina Hurricanes. Cashed the Carolina Hurricanes -1.5 ticket for the playoff series, and then lost on the Maple Leafs. They fell in overtime after they were down 3-0 to the Montreal Canadiens, and they caught back up, tied it up 3-3, and then lost a minute into overtime. So it is what it is. We're back, and we're continuing to grind for today. And we're going to start it off in Major League Baseball. We're starting it off with the Cincinnati Reds and the Chicago Cubs. A -175, -177, depending on your book. For the Cubbies, a plus 163, plus 165-ish for the Reds. Where are you looking for this first game?
I'm sharing everything out, so go ahead and you go first.
Oh, right then. Then for me, I'm looking at this game. Adbert Alzolay is 2-4, 4.30 ERA, 0.86 WHIP, 45 strikeouts, 7 walks for him. And then Vladimir Gutierrez is making his MLB debut, so we don't know much about him. So overall for this game, I'm just going to lay off for it. It's just not a spot that I need to get to. If anything, I'd be leaning towards the Cubs on the run line, but there's just not as much value there as I was hoping for that one. So for this one, no action for me. I would have preferred it if the Cubs were going up against a left-handed pitcher, where they're 12-3 this year. They're going up against righty. They're 15-19 against righties. They are 16-9 at Wrigley Field and 8-2 in their last 10 games, winning 4 straight. It would be a Cubs or nothing for me here, which I may add the Cubs run line later in the day, but no action for me here.
Yeah, I'm going to grab the Cubs run line. They've won 4 straight, 8 out of their last 10. I'm sorry. Going up against a team that, yes, Cincinnati won yesterday. But they've previously lost 7 out of their last 10 games. It's one of those spots that I don't see them turning around the ship now. Cubs have been on fire. I honestly, in this one, you got to go Cubs, and I'm not going to be paying that -177 price tag. I'm going after the run line in this one. So Cubs, run line, +118.
All right. Now next, our marquee matchup of the day. We have the Colorado Rockies at the Pittsburgh Pirates. Around a -110-ish for the Rockies, -109 depending on your book, -101 plus or even money for the Pirates. We're getting John Gray versus Mitch Keller, and where are you looking at this in this star-studded game?
I don't know why you would want to bet this one. It's one of those games that's like, why? If anything, maybe a slight look towards the over in this game. Both these pitchers have been pitching awful this year. 4-4, 3.43 ERA for John Gray. Mitch Keller, 2-6 with a 7.41. Now, this is probably one that you would want to, go towards the over. Both these offenses have been able to hit a little bit lately. Obviously, not really against the Mets yesterday for the Rockies, but both these offenses can show up. I think in this one, I'd rather go after the over than the under, and I'm avoiding a side because this game's going to be ugly.
Yeah, I don't know why you would ever want to bet on a game like this. This is just two teams that you can't trust. They're very inconsistent, and they're really bad for a reason. For me, it's a slight lean towards the Rockies in this game. But another thing where I'm not backing the Rockies here, they're 3-20 on the road this season away from Coors Field. So if that's a reason to bet the Pirates, I guess. But then on the other hand, Pittsburgh's 8-14 at home, 16-25 against right-handed pitching, 1-9 their last 10 games, a 6-game losing streak. This is not a spot where if you need to bet a game like this, if you feel the need to bet a game like this, you might have a problem. But I'm passing on this game. I just don't see a spot for it. It's just there's no good bets on this game, honestly. It could go either way. It's two bad teams, maybe an over, but maybe these two teams can't hit, and it's an under. So I'm not trying to mess around with this game. Pass for me here. Looking at the next game, we have the Milwaukee Brewers at the Washington Nationals. We're getting the Nationals around a -118, -120-ish range. You can get the run back on the Brewers for around a +108, +110. John Lester versus Brent Anderson. Lester 0-2, a 5.33 ERA, 1.50 WHIP, 18 strikeouts, 10 walks, and 25 1/3 innings pitched. Brent Anderson on the other side is 2-3 with a 4.34 ERA, a 1.38 WHIP, 17 strikeouts, 8 walks in 29 innings pitched. And this is a game where I lean towards the Nationals, but not enough for me to bet the game. This is another pass for me. I would also potentially lean towards the under in this game. These two teams have the Washington Nationals have trended towards the under, a 3-6-1 record to the under or over-under record, 7-3-0 over-under record for the Milwaukee Brewers though. So this is another one where these two teams are about even. I'm a pass on this one.
I'll be a little bit different. I'm going with the Milwaukee Brewers in this game, getting plus money for them. I think that's a good spot. Lester has not pitched good his first two starts. He's 0-2, 5.33 ERA. Brett Anderson has been meh. At least he's won a game, 2-3 with a 4.34. Brewers are slight underdogs. And they're coming off a split series against the Padres where they looked good yesterday. They won in extra innings. I think they can keep a streak going. I'm going to be taking the Milwaukee Brewers against the Washington Nationals today, the last place Washington Nationals.
All right. Heading into our next game here, we're looking at the Atlanta Braves and the New York Mets around a -150, -151 for the Braves, +139, +140-ish for the Mets. Ian Anderson, Tajon Walker for this matchup. What are you looking to do with this one?
I'm looking to pass, but maybe a slight look at that under. Mets, we all know how the Mets are doing right now. Have not been able to hit for the life of them. That's because they're essentially a AAA team at the moment. So not a spot I want to get to there. So maybe a under in this game, and then if anything, maybe a slight lean towards the plus money with the Mets. But I'm not going to be betting on this one.
I actually do have a bet on this one, and let me type it in real quick, and then I'll go over why I have reasons behind it. Boom. I'm going with the New York Mets in this game. Even through all these injuries and everything that this Mets team has gone through, they're still in first place. They are 6-4 in their last 10 games. They've won 3 straight. They're 19-14 against right-handed pitchers. They're going up against Ian Anderson today. They are also 14-5 at home, the best winning record percentage at home for any MLB team this year. I think second place is the Dodgers. This is a New York Mets team that plays really well at home. Tajon Walker has looked really good this year. Looking at the pitchers here, Ian Anderson, 4-1, 2.82 ERA, 1.20 WHIP, 53 strikeouts, 21 walks, 51 innings pitched. Tajon Walker, 3-1, a 2.05 ERA, 0.98 WHIP, 41 strikeouts, 18 walks, and 44 innings pitched. If there's anything this Mets team can do, they can pitch. And this is a New York Mets team where Tajon Walker has looked really good. Between him, DeGrom, and Stroman presents a pretty good top of your rotation. He is coming back off of an injury, but I like the Mets to get it done today. I'm getting a plus 140 for them. Unfortunately, I bet it around plus 131 last night, so I didn't get the best of the number. But I really like the New York Mets in this spot. They are a very good home team, and we're getting a nice price for them. All right, our next game here is the Toronto Blue Jays and the Cleveland Indians. It is a minus 145 for the Blue Jays, a plus 135 for the Indians. Over under of 7.5 runs for this game. We're getting Hyun-Jin Ryu taking on Eli Morgan for this one. Eli Morgan making his major league debut today against the Toronto Blue Jays. Hyun-Jin Ryu is 4-2, a 2.53 ERA, 1.03 WHIP, 52 strikeouts and 6 walks and 53 1/3 innings pitched. For me, I'm looking slightly towards the the Cleveland Indians in this spot. They have been playing a little bit better of late. They're 11-9 at home, so they got a winning record at home. They're 6-10 in their last 10 games. 6-4 in their last 10 games. 6-3-1 to the over. 6-4-0 to the over as well for the Blue Jays. So slightly leaning towards that over, which is 7.5, juiced minus 115. I don't hate that number, but for me, I'm laying off this game. I would want a little bit better of a price for the Indians in order to take them. So no action for me on this game. Where are you looking?
For a while, I was looking at the Toronto Blue Jays and specifically the run line. Ultimately, I just didn't pull the trigger. And this is just not a spot that I really preferred to get to. We don't know what we're going to get out of Eli Morgan in his first start. Some pitchers' first starts are absolutely killer. Some of them want to just get it over with, and it's not a good outing. I don't know what to expect out of Eli Morgan. I don't really know who he is. I feel like, if anything, maybe in this spot, look towards an over. Maybe the most likely Eli will only go like probably 4 or 5 innings in his first start. Hyun-Jin Ryu he's been good but not great, so Cleveland could definitely tag him up. I think an over is in play for this one. Personally, I'm not betting anything in this game though.
All right, we are heading now. Our next game is going to be the New York Yankees at the Detroit Tigers. Minus 255-ish now for the Tigers, plus 228, or minus 255-ish for the Yankees, plus 228, 220, 230 for the Tigers. We're getting Garrett Cole versus Casey Mize. And one thing I'm actually, call me crazy, I've been called worse before, but I'm looking at the first 5 here, and I'm looking at the Detroit Tigers plus half a run at plus 140. I've backed Casey Mize the last few times he's gone out, and he's looked really, really good. I think he's cashed the last few first 5 tickets I've had on him. Now, if you're looking to back the Tigers, it's obviously a first 5 or nothing spot. With that bullpen, you don't want the full game for the Tigers here, even though it's a plus 228, 230, plus 210. Tigers Tigers money line first 5, also an interesting play as well. I'm on the Tigers today for that first 5 though. I just like Casey Mize. Casey Mize is 3-3, a 3.42 ERA, 1.12 WHIP, 40 strikeouts, 20 walks, and 52 2/3 innings pitched. He's looked better of late. He got off to a slow start. He's looked better recently though. Garrett Cole 6-2, 1.81 ERA, 0.8 WHIP, 92 strikeouts, 8 walks, and 64 2/3 innings pitched. Give me the Tigers first 5 plus 140 in this game.
The last time I decided to go against Garrett Cole and the Yankees against the Tigers did not work out well. I think I got them at a plus 310 and they lost 10-0. I am not doing this again. I don't want to bother with it. The Yankees are actually pitching good. They're playing good. The Detroit Tigers are not good. No, this one's just a spot that I want to avoid. If anything, a New York Yankees run line, but at this point, that's minus 157. So, no, I'm going to avoid this game altogether. This one's gross.
All right, our next game here, we are heading to Fenway Park because we have the Miami Marlins and the Boston Red Sox. Get the Red Sox around a minus 165, minus 166. Run back for Miami around plus 153, plus 155, depending on your book. Where are you looking at for this one?
I wish I could be looking at the Marlins for this one. If anything, yeah, maybe a slight lean towards them at plus money. Cody Poit has been pitching really well in his first 2 starts, 2-0, 1.06 ERA. I think in this one, it's got to be a dog or pass. I'm not really too interested in the Boston Red Sox today. I think this is just a spot that I want to get to the Marlins, if anything, and then maybe to a under. Seeing that both of these pitchers have been pitching quite solid today. This past couple months. So maybe a under and a slight lean towards the Marlins.
All right, I'm going to add something to my card here. I'm taking, let me type this up real quick. First 5. I'm looking at the Marlins in this spot. Our pitchers, Martin Perez and we're getting Petit for this matchup. Cody Petit. Petit is 2-0, 1.06 ERA, 0.71 WHIP. 13 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 17 innings pitched. Martin Perez is 2-2, a 3.55 ERA, 44 strikeouts, 17 walks, and 45 2/3 innings pitched. And I'm not a fan of Martin Perez. I think that the Miami Marlins will be able to get to him a little bit today. I'm taking the Marlins first 5 here. I'm getting plus 140. I think that this is just a great value move. Because I like Petit to get me a lead within the first 5 innings, and then after that, anything can happen. So I like the Marlins here. I'm taking them first 5 rather than full game, but give me the Marlins here versus the Red Sox for this game. I just see plenty of value on Miami here. All right, our next game here is the Kansas City Royals and the Minnesota Twins. You can get the Twins, let's see, for... That's a first 5. Minus 162, plus 149 run back for these Kansas City Royals. We're getting Chris Bubik versus Randy Dobnak in this matchup. And looking at the pitching matchup, Randy Dobnak is 1-3, a 5.75 ERA, 1.28 WHIP, 16 strikeouts and 5 walks in 20 1/3 innings pitched. Bubik is 0-0, 1.52 ERA, 1.14 WHIP. 17 strikeouts, 12 walks, and 23 2/3 innings pitched. And my real question is, why is Randy Dobnak this big of a favorite? That really puzzled me. I'm looking at the Royals here, plus 145 as first 5 play. I'm going to add it to my card. I'm looking at a lot of first 5s here, and I like Kansas City first 5 here against Randy Dobnak at plus 145. I see some value here on this play. Give me Kansas City plus 145 first 5 for this one.
I'm thinking for this one that, Bubnik has definitely been pitching pretty well so far. And Dobnak has not 1-3 with a 5.75 ERA. If anything, maybe a lean towards the Kansas City Royals in this one. I only have 3 plays today. So this is not a game that I'm particularly interested in getting to. But if I were to get to it, it would probably be on the Kansas City Royals side. Definitely not the Twins side.
All right. Looking at our next game here, we have the Baltimore Orioles and the Chicago White Sox. Minus 215, I believe, for the White Sox. Let's see, minus 216, minus 215, yeah, for the White Sox. A plus 197, plus 200 run back for the Orioles here. We get the GOAT Matt Harvey taking on Dallas Keuchel. Where are you looking for this one?
away from this game. This one's an ugly one. Baltimore has been playing atrocious, I think is the right word for it. They've lost 14 straight games. Sorry, not 14, 10 straight games. And it's just one of those things that Matt Harvey had a horrible May, or is having a horrible May. Dallas Keuchel has been pitching better as of late. I think if you're going to grab this one, it's got to be – what's the run line on this game? The
Minus
120. Maybe on the alternate run line, minus 2.5. I think that might be in the plus money. So
Chicago White Sox minus 2.5 plus 130.
Yeah, I think that's the only way I would be able to get to that game. Is taking them minus 2.5 runs and having them win by 3. This one shouldn't be close. Matt Harvey's going to get hit hard, and we're gonna see the Orioles lose their 11th straight game.
Yeah, Matt Harvey shouldn't be in the MLB, honestly, anymore. He's just looked absolutely awful. Chicago White Sox first 5 minus a half is a minus 135. If you're interested in that, I definitely think Chicago has a lead after 5 innings. I'm gonna actually add that to my card. I know I'm adding a bunch of first 5s, but I really like these spots. So we're going Chicago White Sox. Chicago White Sox minus or first 5 minus a half at minus 135. I'm okay with laying the juice a little bit here. Matt Harvey's looked absolutely horrible this year. He's 3-5, a 6.31 ERA, 1.58 WHIP, 36 strikeouts and 13 walks in 45 2/3 innings pitched. Dallas Keuchel is 3-1 at 4.28 ERA, 1.28 WHIP, 28 strikeouts, 17 walks, and 54 2/3 innings pitched. I absolutely think that the White Sox have the pitching advantage, and they're going up against Harvey. So, I mean, taking them only minus a half, just have a lead by the end of 5 innings, and we cash that play. Minus 135. I'm taking it. I'm all over it. White Sox here.
Sounds good. I already gave my input for this one.
Yep. All right. Our next game here is the San Diego Padres and the Houston Astros. We're getting Dinelson Lamet and Framber Valdez for this matchup. Nope, that's first 5 innings. I was going to say minus 120 for the Astros, but nope, they are a minus 116 run back of plus 106 for the Padres in this game. And where are you looking for this one?
I almost pulled the trigger today on the Padres.